Being in Bansko, I couldn't miss the opportunity to visit another village in the vicinity, Dobursko. It's only 20 kilometers away from Bansko and there is nothing in particular to visit in the village, except one important landmark, the old church of the Saint Theodore Tiron and Theodore Stratilat. You can tell it by the many tourists all around and the line to visit the interior. But before to get inside the church, let's take a look of the outside. As most of the churches in small towns and villages, it has a nice courtyard with plenty of flowers blooming even in this late autumn. As in the courtyard, there is a kind of mysterious tiny spring with water, which is believed to have healing powers, but the mystery itself is that the spring's depth neither grows nor decreases, and it never freezes, even on coldest of days. The church in Dobursko is very distinct from the other Orthodox churches. Seen from outside, the church is small. The stone structure is supposedly built in 1614, although on the floor there is a stone that clearly states the year 1122. That's why the discussions about the year when the church was built continues. In 1978, when a renovation began, the walls were covered with a thick soot layer. After the restorers cleaned them up, they were dismayed with the vibrant depiction of biblical scenes and the animated faces of saints, so vivid and perfect that they reminded of the masterpieces of the early Renaissance and the Italian painter Giotto. Another interesting thing is that it has 460 human figures and has frescoes of more than 30 women saints. No church has so many female figures. That's why there are suppositions the artist was a woman, but this theory has not been proven until now. It wasn't allowed to make a video inside, so I'm showing you just some pictures of some of the many frescoes. The one which is the most renowned is this one, the Transfiguration, in which Christ is shown ready for takeoff in something that, strangely enough, reminds of a spacecraft. No one can tell why and how the artist came to this decision to depict Jesus in such a way that can't be seen anywhere else. Anyway, the archaeologists presume the colors are so fresh and well preserved due to the small windows on the wall and the lack of light that came from there. Besides that, the church has a very sophisticated, for that time, system of airflow, which makes the temperature inside it constant for the entire year without quite any changes in temperature, regardless of the season or the weather. Leaving the church, I decided to take a short walk along the streets of Dobursko. It's a pleasant, calm village without nothing particularly interesting about it. Just a small square with some nice fountain on it, and in just a few minutes I reached the end of it, and from the last street there was that dirt road which was climbing over the village. I liked the silence and the many old farming wooden structures that are still in use today. They made me feel like I was in another time, a time when life was much simpler, although incomparably more difficult than today. Climbing that road, I enjoyed the smell of hay, of soil and trees. I never imagined people still could live in such a traditional way, so close to nature. It seems to be a much healthier way of living, so far away from the way of living in the cities, but I admit I couldn't do it, at least not for a long period of time. I was told that over the village there is an iron cross erected on a hill, and I continued along to visit it, supposing that there could be a great view over the region And I was right. From the southern parts of Rila Mountain you can see the northern slopes of Pirin Mountain, and I was glad I came here. Enjoy the view.